Hello, divas! We've had a number of the subscribers asking a number of different questions. And a lot of them are asking the same questions. And one of those questions is...
Take notes. Where do we meet men? Where do we meet eligible, available men? Now, I know where I went to meet men. I don't think you went to go meet any men, honey. But
No, I haven't really been meeting any men.
but you're a man. But you're a man, so
I am a man.
So you can tell us where you stumbled upon some women who were looking for men. Okay, and so I'll start.
Okay.
I am a huge advocate of all of it. I love the dating apps. Yep. Once I learned to navigate them, it was a little painful in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my goodness, there are rules to that. It's an art. Dating is an art, and once I figured that out, I wrote my book, and I give coaching, and I'm doing all of it because I figured it out. I have my doctorate in dating.
Yes, and divas, save yourself a big learning curve. Listen to Donna's videos. Get her book. I'm telling you right now, it will save you a lot of heartache and pain and a lot of wasted time that you don't need to waste.
That's right. Don't waste any time. So where did I go? I went on dating apps, and I will say there are many dating apps. Even if I told you where Jeff and I met on the dating app, which was, for me it was Our Time, and for him it was Silver Singles, and they merged them unbeknownst to us.
Well, it was not Silver Singles, it was something, but it was a different site that they had merged.
And interestingly enough, he had read in my bio, because you update it frequently. There's a tip. Keep it current. That's a tip. And I said, I'm not renewing this subscription. I'm leaving and going on OKC. And I figured if you didn't know what OKC was, you were out of luck. Wasn't meant to be. That's what my thinking was. And OKC is OkCupid. You can look that up. That's another fun app. There are so many out there, and I always started with the free ones if I could, to get used to it, get acclimated, figure out what my bio was. By the way, that's another big tip. You want to keep your bio current.
Well, and that's another video that you can look up that Donna will take you through.
Yeah.
It is critically important. We've said this before. Your bio should do two things. It should put out a vibe to attract the kind and caliber of man you're looking for. And more importantly, in my opinion, it should repel everybody else.
No, true. The app, when people say to me apps don't work, I'm like, yeah, but you repel you're finding the ones you don't want to be with.
Well, if they're not working, you're not using them correctly.
Yeah.
I'll stand by that. It's like anything else. If you have a car and you can't get it started, well, are you using the key, the fob? I mean, there's a lot of things.
Okay, but wait. Are you saying they're not using the app correctly, or they don't have the right mindset? What are you saying?
Both.
I mean, we're digressing here, but this is important.
Yeah, but if you are not, for instance, the biggest thing is your bio. If you are not being accurate and honest in your bio, you're doing it wrong. Donna has actually had women say, you mean you want me to be honest in my bio?
Well, that is true.
There have been a number of other people that have come to her for coaching, and she takes one look at their bio and she says, okay, let's work on this right away. After and it didn't happen on the first go around, but Donna, they tweaked it one time, they tweaked it 2 times, 3 times. After the second or third tweak, all of a sudden, things started changing for these women.
Things shift,
They certainly do. And so it's like dating. If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right.
Okay. But you're going down a rabbit hole. I'm going to go back to where...
We're coming out of the hole.
Out of the hole. So let's get back to the original, where do you meet men? So dating apps.
Yes.
And everywhere else. My goodness, we have the internet at our fingertips. You can find meetups in your location. I went to single dances. You know, I write about this stuff in my book, which the link is below. You can read about this. I was in New York City the first time I went out dating later in my life. I was in my early to mid 40s and had to do a lot of research to figure out, what am I doing? So I'm giving it to you, divas. I'm giving it to you.
Stop and think about this. She is in the largest metropolitan area in the United States, and she's having trouble finding men.
Right. I'm like, where are they?
Well, there's only, 5 million men in New York City, of which only, 2, maybe 3 million are single and available.
Yeah, so I'm serious. I mean, I had plenty of tears over that, but I did the research. Back then, the internet wasn't real popular,
Yeah.
but I did figure out what single dances were. I learned about them by the synchronicity of life, and I sorted them out, and it cost me $20 at that
Yeah.
time. I didn't have a steady income stream, so that mattered to me. And so I went to these things, and I was freaked out. I literally started to hyperventilate the very first single dance I went to. A gentleman turned to me and said hello, and I went, like I literally started to hyperventilate, and I just backed up, and I grabbed my coat and ran out the door. I mean, the poor guy, I don't know. But
And he never approached a woman ever again.
Poor guy, I scarred him. So go to the places.
Well, and there's so many out there. I mean, we went to breakfast this morning, and the restaurant that we were at, she said, our waitress, she said, last night we had I served a table where there was 20 people. And it was a dating group, and there were 10 guys and 10 girls, and they did not know who their match was.
Yeah,
they had to have, but there's so many different, I'm bringing that up to say there's so many different things and ways that you can
meet people.
Right. But Donna has also already said it's everywhere.
Yeah.
If you are doing your laundry at a laundromat,
right.
Donna is always telling her divas, when you go out that door, look good. Be mindful of what you're doing. I mean, how's your hair? How's your makeup?
Yeah.
You don't have to spend 2 hours getting ready, but don't walk out the door looking like you just woke up either, if in fact you are interested in possibly meeting a nice guy.
Well, and by the way, if nothing else, you should be wearing a smile. The sign above your head should not be expelling, stay away from me. It should be generating this great energy that says I'm open for conversation. I mean, get curious.
Yes.
Get curious. Ask questions that are nice and pleasant. Hey, you new in town? Those things, right?
Yeah. And make eye contact too.
Oh, yeah. Let's make eye contact. Make eye contact. And I will tell you, I met my late husband while I was networking for business in New York City in a members-only cigar lounge, top of the sixes. Never saw that guy coming because I wasn't there to date. I was just there networking.
Yeah.
So I was on dating apps. I mean, I was on Match.com, and I met him out in public networking. So there are plenty of places. You can even find socials that single people go to enjoy a common joy. Like maybe you like biking, or you like pickleball, and there's a lot of singles that create these groups. This is where you want to go. Live your life with the sign above your head that says, I'm approachable, smile, and see what happens.
Well, also, what are your hobbies? We know of a young lady that started a writers group.
That's right.
And we were like, oh, that's really, really cool. She is a writer. What better way to meet another writer, if that's who you're wanting to meet, than in a writers group?
Right. Now, before we go too long on this video, I want you, husband, to share with the divas where you used to pick up women.
Anywhere I met them. The supermarket. One time it was the parking lot of a supermarket. I was walking to my car, a lady was walking to hers, and I could tell that there was a box of like starter logs or something. I said, can I put that in there for you? And she goes, well, that'd been really nice. And so I loaded up the trunk, and we got to talking, and she was single, I was single. I asked her out, we went out, and we dated for probably 3 months. I had a wonderful time, but we weren't on the same page, and that was that.
I love that.
But
Where else did you meet somebody?
Well, I've already mentioned one time, the laundromat. I was doing my laundry. My washing machine had broken. She came in. Her washing machine had broken. We had that in common, started talking about that, started laughing. And after we got done with the laundry, it was in the morning, and there was a restaurant literally just 100 feet from the laundromat. And I said, well, can I get you breakfast? And she's like, well, that'd be lovely. And we went out, had a nice time, and we went out one more time. And after that, we were definitely not on the same page, definitely going in different directions, but we had a really nice time.
Oh, so fun. Now,
It
I don't
was.
want this video to go longer, so I think we're going to make this a part one.
Part
Stay
one.
tuned for part two.
Okay.
We're going to do it right now. And by the way, the bottom line is divas.
It doesn't have to be that hard.